Show Me the Money. One of our most popular pieces on the Management Consulted website is our salary report that we compile every year. It takes a massive amount of work, but it's done by the community for the community. It's an incredible piece of data analysis, and we're so excited to share it with you today. We're going to go over the 2021 Management Consulted Salary Report. We're going to give an update on the state of consulting salaries, and what we can see is how COVID affected and will likely affect the salaries in the management consulting industry. Our data comes directly from offer letters, people that send us the full offer letters and the full information. So it includes not just base comp, but also bonus targets, relocation, signing bonuses. It is the largest set of authentic data salary anywhere, and it is not triangulated. So we're not melding pieces of the story from the last 6 years together, and we're not making it up. It's coming directly from the information that we've received. The first thing that we're going to address in the video today is how did COVID-19 affect salaries? Then we're going to talk about what you can expect for a salary in consulting in 2021. And finally, we're going to tie it all together and talk about the future. So let's start with COVID-19. COVID-19 affects salaries. And it's interesting to see to whom, which levels it affected and is affecting the most, by whom, which firms have been the most affected and the least effective, and also in what way. And I'll walk through some of those specifically. So number one, over 80% of companies did not raise salaries from 2020 to 2021. It's the first year in the years that we've been tracking that has not been true. So before, there have been slight incremental bumps in every single year, and then very large bumps in certain years. We call them catch-up bumps. Those are years represent real changes in the industry. For example, Amazon going after even more MBA talent, and then MBAs needing to compete in a different way. Over 80% of the companies didn't raise their salaries, as I mentioned before. In fact, KPMG even decreased their salaries. So the fact that that's never happened before is notable. Second, many firms increased benefits that were changed and targeted to employee retention. So their focus became not hiring new people, not attracting them from other places, but rather retaining the employees that they have. They gave them things like unlimited paid time off, increased retirement benefits, work from home bonuses to set up a home office, and other non-cash compensation. Why was this great? Well, from the firm perspective, they're taking on liabilities, but not cash outlay. So in times of uncertainty, having that as an option is a really smart way to manage. And in addition, it was really great for the employees because some of the needs that they might have been feeling or wanting for long periods of time were addressed. And then it likely resulted in improved retention. The third thing that was notable is that firms thought about hiring in different ways. So, for example, MBB firms fairly aggressively continued to hire through COVID. McKinsey was the fastest to adapt, moved all of their hiring processes to remote, and were able to continue to bring on people for the boon that for them has been government work. They've been supporting governments for vaccine rollouts, for COVID testing, for school reopenings, for a lot of the decisions that governments have needed to make. But in addition, a lot of the firms that had susceptible work to economic downturns, things like human capital work, things like digital transformation work that could just get delayed or deferred, ended up really hurting during this period. And so we saw a real separation of the way that firms hired, both in the volumes and also in the types of offerings that they created. Now, you're going to be able to read more about all of these in our salary report, which we link to in the notes. So just go down and check it out. There's all of the great information. We do it by firm. We compare MBB, we compare top four. We separate it out by MBA, and by undergrad, we separate it out by intern and by full-time. But let me give you just a sneak peek of what you can expect for a salary in 2021. At MBB, undergrads make about $100,000 in total cash. And at the big four firms, they make about 20% less. For the MBA level at MBB, about $200,000 in total cash. And again, that's base and expected bonus. The MBA at the Big Four is about 15 to 20% less than that. Some boutiques did raise MBA starting salaries in 2021. They used it as a catch-up opportunity and felt that their strategy would be to pick up really great talent in light of some of the reductions in hiring by other firms. In conclusion, we expect that 2022 will bring a resurgence in hiring by many of the firms, but a strong second season. The spring and summer seasons are going to be larger recruiting pools than they have been in the past. Those are for just-in-time hiring, and those are to catch up with demand when the firm suppressed hiring in 2020. In addition, we are expecting to see the salaries maintain their levels. We don't expect big backward slides, but we don't expect large increases in next year. So if you're thinking about entering the consulting field, we'd recommend to do it earlier rather than later. You're still going to benefit from 2021 if you join to 2022 and the standard salary increase that happens as you increase the level. But if you just stay where you are now and wait one more year, you're going to enter at exactly the same place likely in 2022 at the same comp that you would. So just get a head start, dive in, take advantage of the second season hiring. And when we come into the fall season for hiring this year, we'll also see some interesting transformation that can happen, and we'll give you some updates. Thanks so much for joining.